Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to this podcast in which I will discuss the importance of the English language in the Moroccan context and how people in the late 20s became more aware of the importance of the language in terms of the scientific methods and the scientific field in general, and the importance of that language in developing oneself and communicating on a worldwide, except for the let's say the French or the francophone areas. So the anglophone has raised for people. They are aware, and you can notice that people start searching for courses or for English courses a lot lately. You can do research on Google and you will find that. Also, I see that people struggle with grammar and so on. I would say that don't care about grammar now. Just work on your fluency, how to pronounce words, how to articulate words correctly, and you will be fine, believe me. The thing that you have to do now is to work on your fluency, because fluency is the key. Accuracy comes later. What we mean by accuracy in the teaching field is the usage, or let's say it's simply grammar. Accuracy equals grammar, the correct usage of language, tenses, and the conditionals, and all those stuff that deals with the rules. They do those called accuracy. But fluency, on the other hand, is the ability to pronounce words fluently without stopping or without stop to thinking about it. All right. So if you see someone who takes long stops, like I would give just an example. I want to talk about something, and I say like, yes, this thing is these words are cutting you at the edge. So what do you need to do is to just you have, if you want, if you want to exclude, or if you want to get rid of this criteria, I would suggest to listen to a lot of music, English music. I would suggest also to watch movies. If you don't understand the movies because they're talking very fast or anything, you can just simply use subtitles. So subtitles, I would recommend to use the English subtitles, not the Arabic ones, because I want you to be to be comfortable with the language. I want you to notice the words, how they are written, and how they are articulated. All right. So go with the movies. It's a best choice for you as a beginner, because I myself, on the first year at the university, I had nothing. I had no idea what am I doing here, what I was doing there, right? So it is never too late, huh? Keep it in mind. It is never too late to learn a language. Learning a language is a trick, has some tricks. So I would advise you, and I would give you some steps how to boost your learning of a language in general. So I myself, I would say it directly, I didn't read a lot of books. I would say that some people would say that reading books helps and those stuff. Yeah, it does help, but I myself, because we have to take into consideration the different learning styles of people, because there are some who has the auditory learning style or learning intelligence, and some others visual, and some others spatial, others kinesthetic, which love to move, which love to play. So we need, as teachers, we need to put them into that context in which which suits them for a best learning environment. So I would say that don't rely on someone else to show you how to learn a language. You need to discover it by yourself. You need to go back, because again, we ourselves, we didn't learn the Arabic or Darija just with books, with reading books. No, with interaction from the first time. All right, we were at first we were at the auditory or the audiolingual method as infants. We were using the audiolingual method because we were just listening how words were articulated at the beginning, our parents speaking, and all stuff. And there are some scientific prove that and if you are a baby in your mother's womb, you can understand and hear, but that's not the case. All right, so let's say just from the beginning, when you start listening to people talking and all those stuff. And also Noam Chomsky, with his language acquisition device, he states that people produce language by themselves. So this is not proven, but I would say that's just a theory and remains as it is. So what he meant by that is that people produce the language by themselves. They produce because, and he gave an example of a child or a child speaking or producing some words he has or she has never heard of, and parents are impressed by that. So this is his argument, I would say, about having a language or having a language acquisition device. So let's move on. So as I said, the language that we acquired, the Arabic language in our context, we acquired it through what? We acquired the language through interaction. So the interaction, all right? The interpersonal relationship with people. How we used to play with people. We used to play with children in our ages, or just interaction. All right, that is the key. Interaction is the key, because I would give you also another example from the context. You would see that some people in Marrakesh, they have good articulation and they have a good manner of speaking in English, but they don't know the rules. They don't know the grammar. They don't know anything. So they have fluency, but they don't have accuracy. So here again, accuracy doesn't matter. It does help. It does help in forming a good language, a good, correct, or right language. We cannot deny that. But fluency has an importance on the first glance. So work on your fluency. Don't care about making mistakes. So this is the second point. Don't care about making mistakes. All right, don't be afraid, because I myself, when I was a student, I was afraid from making mistakes. I would say people would laugh at me, or I don't know. You have to build self-esteem. We have to teach our children to not fear to make errors and mistakes, because from the mistakes we learn. So we need to make a lot of mistakes. I would say make mistakes and make mistakes. That's the key. All right, don't care about anything else but to make mistakes and correct them. All right, if somebody tries to correct you, you listen to him, ask him about the rules, ask him about anything, and I would say write that down. Any explanation, I would recommend to write it down right away. All right. So I'd say, so we mentioned that we need to care about or to raise our awareness on fluency more than accuracy, and also we need to have confidence and to not be afraid of errors. So 3 major things you have to be aware of in order to develop your language. So don't care about anything else but these 3, I would say 3 rules I mentioned. So I think that's pretty much it for now, and catch you in the some other podcasts in which we will discuss the EFL in the Moroccan context. And I would say the next episode would be about maybe let's say cultural affection of on the language. So the affection of culture on learning a language, and that would be better in our context, because we, in our Moroccan context, in our Moroccan society, we all know that people put you down. And that's easy. The people put you down. How to deal with this situation in which people put you down? What we mean by put you down, they stop you from achieving your goals, or they laugh at you, or they laugh at you when you are making mistakes. And we're still talking about that. We cannot we cannot deny it. And yes, that's pretty much it. So catch you in the next podcast. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for listening to me, and goodbye.